Too much good music playing for you on your number one station, RX Radio. Song after song, banger after banger. There is just no end to all of the goodness coming your way here on RX Radio. There is also no end to the confusion and the ineptitude coming from our politicians, the people governing us, the people running our country. They can't even be bothered to attend parliamentary sessions and are giving such excuses as, traffic jam. On Wednesday, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, was forced to prematurely adjourn the House due to an absence of government ministers that was supposed to be there. Among expressed her disappointment upon realizing that not even one of the 83 ministers had shown up to address the day's inquiries. She said, quote, "As you can see, this session has been left unattended and we are left questioning the presence of our ministers. How can we conduct the business of the House? Our members have pressing issues and without ministers it becomes increasingly challenging." Wow. Several ministers have since come forward to provide explanations for their absence. Vincent Sempija, who's the Minister of Defense and Veterinary Affairs, he said that the reason that he arrived late at the parliamentary session, was due to traffic congestion. Heavy traffic congestion, he says. Quote, "I began my journey from Buea at 1 p.m., but the roads were severely congested despite using sirens. It was impossible to maneuver through the traffic. In my case, it was genuinely due to traffic congestion and I was only 11 minutes late." My friend, setting a bad example. Only 11 minutes late? You're late, that's the point. He said, "We always respect the authority of Parliament and we strive to arrive on time, but today the traffic was the culprit." Oh my gosh. So shameless. So shameless. You're supposed to leave early so that you can get there on time. Like if you're coming from Mbuya and you have to get to Parliament and you're leaving Mbuya at what time? He said 1 p.m. So you have to know that the traffic is going to be really, really busy, meaning you give yourself a window of somewhere between an hour or an hour and a half or even 2 in order to make that journey. You don't leave Mbuya at a quarter to the time of the session, hoping that you'll get there on time. So I think they've exposed themselves as being very unserious, these ministers. What about the State Minister for Veteran Affairs, Huda Abson Eleru? She cited her substantial workload as the primary challenge she faces. I guess she was too busy, right? Oh my gosh. She said, quote, "The challenge we face is striking a balance between our parliamentary duties and our ministerial responsibilities. Our tardiness is not intentional tardiness, you say." "I regret that the House had to be adjourned and we will make efforts to improve our punctuality." Wow. Imagine, doesn't this just remind you of the kinds of excuses you would give your teachers for being late or maybe handing in a report late? That, we are busy, traffic jam. What about the third deputy prime minister? What was her excuse? Well, she came out to defend her fellow ministers by pointing out that, look, they typically arrive just a few minutes after the plenary session has commenced. She says, "I arrived 2 minutes after the session had begun and then the speaker adjourned the House." Well, you're supposed to be there immediately. I mean, what is your problem? You have to keep time. That's a sign that you're a serious person. People may wonder, why is Uganda backward? It's not just because people steal money, but people are lazy. You have to arrive at your sessions on time. If you are summoned, you have to be there on time. I'm telling you. How about they move a motion to censure all these ministers? How about that, all 83 of them that weren't there or got there late? Sounds like a good idea to me. Uganda, what are we gonna do? Here's what we can do though. Keep listening to the Fatboy Show. It's your number one station, RX Radio. Sarah's gonna be joining us shortly to tell us what's poppin'.